Don't speak negatively to yourself though, even if it's just a joke. Your body and your subconscious do not know the difference between what's real or what you're actually just thinking. Words are energy, and this entire universe that you and I are sitting in right now is built on energy. And so if you want to change your reality, you have to change the way that you speak to yourself. If you change the way that you speak to yourself, you can change your life.
Never, ever quit. Never quit. I don't know if it's an ability or if you have it, just you can't quit. I've seen some of the most brilliant people in the world that never made it because they were quitters, because they didn't have that drive, they didn't have that never give up ability. And I've seen people quitting, and if they would have held out longer, they would have been successful. I've seen it so much. They just couldn't take it, they couldn't whatever. One of the things about loving what you do is that it's not work, and therefore you don't quit automatically. It's a lot easier not to quit, but you can never give up. Now, you have to also have flexibility, though. You can't necessarily say, I'm never giving up, and you got to be able to weave and bob. You don't have to go through a concrete wall when you can go over it or around it or under it or something. You have to have flexibility. You have to always be able to change course a little bit, but don't quit.
You cannot lose when it's your time to win. And when it's your time to win is determined by God. Not you, not me, not a guru, not your business coach, not the latest best-selling author. Times and seasons belong to God. Period.
Don't stop praying. Don't give up. Don't cease. Because we have no idea what's going on in the invisible realm. So I'm going to trust even when I don't see it. I'm going to hope even when I don't feel it. I'm going to keep praying even though it seems like my prayers are not being answered. And I'm going to claim the blood in the name of Jesus in my prayer because I know there is a war going on. I can't see with my eyes, but it's real. Don't stop praying just because you don't see a movement. There may be an unseen battle raging over your breakthrough. Perseverance in prayer is your weapon. And your prayers might be the very thing that triggers angelic intervention and shifts the spiritual atmosphere in your life. Don't stop.
When God called Moses to set the Israelites free from Egypt, he didn't give him lots of specific instruction. He didn't tell him that there was going to be plagues or parting the Red Sea. He just said, go. And he said, I will be with you. And sometimes that can feel hard for us on our journeys. You know, we don't see the full picture or what God's doing, but we just have to trust that God is with us. And actually, often when we take that first step, we begin to realize that God has got a plan and that he's in every single detail. You know, his plan is so intricately designed, even when we don't see it from the start.